Brooklyn Beckham just publicly accused his own family of control, emotional pressure, and humiliation. He said his parents controlled his life, disrespected his wife, ruined moments at his wedding, and that he's done trying to reconcile. That's not a minor statement. That's a complete rupture and a complete rewrite of the Beckham family story. But when you slow this down and compare what's being said now with what was said before, things stop lining up. And that's where this gets uncomfortable. Brooklyn claims that his mother, Victoria Beckham, dropped out of making his wife's wedding dress at the very last minute, leaving his wife scrambling to find another designer under pressure. That claim implies sabotage, disrespect, and control, but here's the issue. Before any fallout, before any public accusations, Nicola Peltz explained her wedding dress process very clearly. She spoke about working closely with Valentino on a custom couture gown, a planned collaboration, structured, not rushed, that took 2 years in the making. And this matters because couture doesn't happen overnight. A Valentino wedding dress isn't something you pull together in panic. So we already have 2 versions of the same event, and they don't coexist. If the dress situation was truly last-minute chaos, why was the original story calm, polished, and intentional? Now let's move to another claim. Brooklyn says his mother humiliated him at his wedding, that she took over his first dance and turned a private moment into something uncomfortable. Emotionally, that's powerful. But publicly, that's not how the wedding was presented. The footage, the photos, the reporting at the time all showed a family celebrating together, dancing together, no public backlash, no immediate fallout, no headlines about humiliation. Which forces a difficult question: did the moment change, or did the meaning assigned to it change later? Because when relationships break down, memory often gets rewritten through the pain of the present. Brooklyn also frames his parents as controlling and obsessed with image, as if this dynamic has always existed. But if control was always the issue, why did the public narrative look completely different for years? He praised his parents. He shared family moments. He participated in the Beckham image willingly. That doesn't mean his feelings today aren't real. But it does mean the story being told now directly contradicts the story that was reinforced publicly for a long time, and timing matters. This isn't being handled privately. This isn't being processed quietly. This is happening publicly, emotionally, and all at once. That's not accidental. Because families like the Beckhams don't move without awareness of optics. Image has always been part of their power, which means when someone inside that system speaks out publicly, it's not just emotional, it's disruptive. And disruption creates narratives. Here's the part people avoid. Truth doesn't collapse under comparison, only unstable narratives do. People online have already started pulling old interviews, wedding coverage, timelines, not to attack but to understand, and the more comparisons happen, the more gaps appear. This doesn't mean Brooklyn is lying about everything, but it does mean this story isn't clean. It's layered, it's emotional, and it's being told from one perspective, at one specific moment, on one platform. So the real question is who's right. The real question is this: are we watching the truth finally come out, or are we watching the past being reinterpreted through the pain of the present? Because those are 2 very different things, and if you think silence from the other side means weakness, think again. In families that understand image, silence is often the strongest move of all.